Okay, hi YouTube, Mr. Who's a Boss here. In this video we're taking a look at Ratchet and Clank number 2 on the PlayStation Vita. Now this is really exciting because this is the first time I'm actually playing the game, and this is one of those games that was an absolute classic. I mean, this is pretty much my favourite game on the PlayStation 2, and I must have played it, 3-4 times over, so really excited to jump into this one. Ratchet and Clank number 1 was a little bit of a disappointment, and honestly I still haven't finished it yet, but I was kind of getting a little bit bored of it. I mean, because firstly it's lacking a lot of the mechanics that make these sort of shooters even possible, like you can't even strafe on it. That's pretty annoying. Secondly, there's no weapon upgrading, and there's much less depth to it than with the second and third games, so hopefully, there's going to be a bit more to it this time. Now, one thing I can tell right now is that the cutscenes are still rendered in small boxes in the middle. I was hoping that with the second and third installments of the series they would actually fix this, but this is something that's apparently consistent throughout the trilogy. So a little bit disappointed on that front, and I can also tell that the resolution has not increased. There's still a slightly fuzzy look about the whole game, which is obviously much better in the actual gameplay than in the cutscenes, but nonetheless you can tell this is not native resolution, and it's a little bit disappointing because, you see games like Killzone Mercenary, and if they can run at native resolution, this definitely can. But nonetheless, it's not terrible, and it still looks quite a bit better than its PS2 counterpart. So jumping into the actual gameplay, it's much better. I mean, this game is not only visually, there's more going on, but also, the weapons, you've actually now got upgrades, so the more you actually use a single weapon, the stronger it gets. And, when you initially complete the game, you'll go basically for round 2, where there's a whole nother set of upgrades, and just tons more stuff to get. I mean, compared to the first game, the second game is a huge leap forward. As well as the weapon upgrading, we've also got the Gladiator Arena, which is basically where you go in and you take on different quests, and that's almost like a sub-game within itself. There's so much to do here. And once/if you ever actually complete that, then you've got to go around and hunt for every single hidden bolt, extra mineral, rocks, and all these sorts of things, which is scattered around the whole galaxy, and this will take you an absolute age. And to further increase incentives, there's a lovely, shiny platinum trophy at the end of the road, and let's just say that'll be pretty hard earned. So the actual mechanics of the game are still relatively unchanged. You still open up a quick change menu by holding down triangle, and from there you select a variety of weird and wonderful weapons and gadgets, and yeah, it's all got all the same platforming, all the same sort of wrench capabilities, and yeah, but it's just improved on it in so many different ways. There's about twice the amount of weapons, and I mean, some of the things are still here, some of the issues, like for example the first person mode is still super weird and just feels really awkward. And this has been improved in the PlayStation 3 counterparts, but at the minute Ratchet and Clank is still in its early days, and you can sort of still tell, but nonetheless this is a massive leap forward from the first game, and I can't wait to spend more time playing. On a little bit of a side note, strafing has now been introduced, but the only way to actually do this is by holding the top of the back touch panel, and this is, how can I put this, a really awkward thing to do. I mean, it would be even worse with the original Vita because you'd be doing it accidentally all the time, but even on the Vita Slim, it's pretty annoying, and I can't see why they didn't just do what Ratchet and Clank Size Matters did and mapped it to the face buttons, but here we go. It's really stupid decision, and you can't even change it, so here's hoping for a patch. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more.